Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a certified Zentangle teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangle MeLo40 from CZT, Meri, short for Meritxell. I hope I pronounced that right. Moné. All right. This is a fun tangle. We had so much fun with it on our tangle time session. I'll show you what I did at the end here. All right, I gotta getting right down there close to the close to the metal. All right, so like I said, super neat. Starts off with an orb in the center of wherever you want it, and then these would be like flux shapes, as I call them, or teardrop shapes if you're not familiar with the flux tangle. Or could think about them as elongated C-shape curve lines. So like this, and I'm going to start here, come up, or a bunny ear. There we go. Because if you're familiar with the flux shape or a teardrop, you could just imagine that the point of it is hollowed underneath that orb. So we're going to do that on 4 sides. Let's see how well I do making them. Oh, that's at least sort of close in distance anyway, not in shape. Okay, my best bet is to do them all on the same side. I think that pen, let's see, I had to have a spare. Oh, that one's a little bit better. Okay. All right, then imagining, a circle around the edge of these C shapes. And we're going to put just a little dash. And it's more, to me, it's more than just, a marker, a place marker, a place to aim to. Because it really helps. Well, let me just do this next step and then I can explain. So you can look at this step one of 2 ways. One way is we're going to do a little C-shaped curve line from each side of the flux shape up to that dash. Now, so you could do it that way. Or let's see which way. Well, maybe I should. Oh, let's see. I'll just do one over here. Or you could think of it as this, as one big C-shaped curve line. Like this, hollowing underneath. Like that. And I get close to the thing. So either way is fine. What I found with doing it individually is that I have a little bit of a, this kind of turns up a little bit, where this, a little bit, but not as much. So it's completely up to you in how you want to do it. All right. Okay, so because at first I was thinking, oh, we don't need no stinking mark to aim for. Oh, yes, we do. Yes, we do. And on top of it, what we want is this to come to a nice fine line at the end here. Now, let me point out, you could stop here. Actually, there's a number of places you could have stopped before that because it kind of looks neat with the little dashes up there. And if you take a look at the For More Inspiration link, where you will find Meri's step out. And I also have, I always do my own version. We were kind of trained to do that. I always do my own version and post that as well. Because sometimes I change the order of things or clarify things. And even if I didn't do that, I would still do my own version because, again, that's kind of what we were taught to do. So, looking at that, and then also because I got this from Tangle Patterns, you could stop right here. And if you do it in a grid pattern, you could have this extend like all the way to the borders of your grid. And it looks really, really neat. Okay. Along with the other decorating that goes on with it. So do take a look because that's an option for you. All right. Now, what I decided to do, because on Meri's step out, I think it was this point where we put some decorating, aura-ing the inside. I decided to put that off until the last step. So the next step on my version, and I just point that out so that way, as to not confuse. So on my version, I take the next step, which is to do like a muka shape. So or a stroke, coming from the flux shape. And it was funny, as on our Tangle Time session, I asked the questions like, does anyone do this opposite the way I'm going to do this? So if you've not done the Tangle Muka, this, or Hollis, because this would be similar to Hollis. So I'm going to start up here, kind of pulling away from that. I'm aiming for the center. I'm going to elongate that line. And here's the thing. So I'm going on as if I'm doing a curlicue, but I'm not gonna, or a spiral. So then you get to decide, how much of a spiral, or curve do you want. I think I'm going to stop there. And then what we do, so I'm going to take this, turn it back on itself like that. So a little C shape, right? And then, so like I said, turning it back on itself, because then I'm just going to continue on and aura the rest of that, and then come back to that same shape, just a little bit down further. And so what we're going to do is, from every flux shape, we're going to do that towards the center. And like I said, I'm going to end up, elongating that, elongating that, and just so it fits. All right. So, and I always, for whatever reason, I always have to think through this. Yeah. So my question to the group, and I'll ask you too, if you've done this tangle before, I wondered if anybody did it the opposite way. So like I start on the top, and then when I come back around, I'm on the bottom of it. And so I just wondered, there was at least one person that said that's how they do it. I'm like, oh, I just wondered. Because I also wonder sometimes, if you're left-handed, if sometimes it's helpful to do some things, or you just naturally do it the other way. Curious minds want to know, that's all. And why I have to think about this 12 times, I couldn't tell you. All right. And as I find, when you get to the end, I'm trying, like, as I'm doing it, I'm like, oh, this is looking, sad. No. Okay, I'm working from the top. But it's one of those, talking to myself, don't worry about it. It'll all be fine. It'll look really cool in the end, no matter what. Because if something goes awry, we just find a way to, make it so we like it. Course correct and all of that. Wow, I managed to make the little spiral almost consistent. So that's nice. Oh, that looks so cool. All right. And it's one of those, you have to wait till it's all done and then see what else you can do. All right, next step from here is we're going to put another, this will be a proper flux shape. And this, you can go as far as you want with this. I might try to fill the space so that way it's less noticeable that it's not center. That's one way to course correct. Or you add other things. Okay. And so from here is where, kind of the decorating phase, which is part of why I thought, well, let's just put all of those aura-ing things. Why do I feel like I missed something? Looking. Nope, I didn't. Okay, just this last part. So I'm going to start with the outer. And I'm just, putting another flux shape right in the center like that. Again, you decide how much space you want to have, in your aura. And then too, a lot of this stuff is, of course, optional because it's, you can play with it however you wish to play with it. All right, I'm doing the same thing here. It kind of ends up rescuing ones like that. That's just kind of straight. All right, and then in this section, I'm going to, what am I going to do from there? Yeah, that's what I did. So I'm just going to like make a couple C shapes like that. We'll see. Well, I should have had it both go to the same place, or at least close. That first one was a little off kilter, so it still works. And there we have it. It is a really neat and beautiful tangle. One thing I'm going to do, just because I liked it and I just keep doing it, is on these inside flux shapes, I am just thickening the one side, as you can see. And look at the, it creates a really neat effect. Actually, you know what? Let me go back down here too. All of these open sections. Because then it makes it look like it's, I don't know, like it's something thick. All right. Actually, now all of a sudden I'm like, they look like needles. Like the end of the eye of a needle sticking in through there. All right, let's see. If I just do like regular shading, because I didn't really do regular shading before, and I'll show you, like I said. But let's see. Oh, you know what? It could use a little contrast, right? So let's do this. Let's put a little orb here. I think I can get a crescent-y shine thing on this side. I can. Because sometimes it just needs to have a little contrast somewhere. I like it. Okay. And then, because it's kind of like the button that's holding it all together. So then I'm going to just put a little bit of graphite. I'm just going to start on those first shapes or actually that's the second shape we made. Okay. Let's just bring that out a little bit. Might put some on the end, but I think I will use what's left on the Tortillion maybe. Ooh, that looks neat. Okay, and then let's see. I know. All right, this is going to get dicey. It might end up just being filled in. Let's see what it does on this one. I think that could work. I might end up just filling it all the way in with the graphite. At least I can go. Oops. Because that all could look like it's kind of behind that square-ish shape that we made. Oops. Do the bottom while I'm here. Sometimes I try to minimize the number of times I turn the tile. Get dizzy after a while. Oh, this one's going to just be filled in, sort of. But if you just put the graphite where you want it, and then you're just spreading it out, it's going to naturally be a little lighter in that center like that, even if it's really close quarters. Oh yeah, and then it just has a little bit of a puffy look to it. All right, and I am going to, let's put a little bit on the ends of these. Oops, and I forgot to, well, I missed that one. Okay. This doesn't look right. Stands right out. Okay. And then, similarly up here, let's just put some here. Where it's kind of tucking in. Put a little on the end. Ooh, I like it. Yes. All right, super cool. Well, I hope that you have enjoyed this as well. Okay, let me show you what we did. You know what? And if you did like it, I would love it if you would click the like button. Or I should say, I'd like it if you click the like button. I don't know which sounds better. Please click the like button. And if you liked it enough to see more, while you're clicking, please subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already. Okay, so this one is not necessarily, it's finished enough. It needs a little something else on it, but this was from, let me raise this up, from our AM session. So I do 2 sessions. This is Tangle Time, and if you watch my channel, I mention it every time because I want you to come and tangle with us. And then you can see too, we just, it's about having fun with the tangle, and whatever happens, happens. Like this one, something happened right away. And because I will not say, oh, I'll just put that in the old transcend pile, or I'll fix it later. No. That's not, I can't do that. So I adjusted it right there, and it turned out neat. That's why we say there's no such thing as a mistake in Zentangle. You have to use some creative problem solving and like, all right, well, now what shall I do with that? And there we go. All right. And I'm not going to tell you what, because I think it's obvious, but I'm not going to tell you. Because if you go, I don't see what's wrong with that. Exactly. All right. So that was one. And then this was the second one. I was rather thrilled. I decided to go a little rogue because I was already on the rogue idea here, doing things, like I said, a little out of the ordinary. I see I need to adjust. Where is that? Right here. Needs a little more. Where's my soapstone? Oh, and then over here too. Apparently I think I came up with a second thought as I was doing this. Much better. Okay. Well, that one's really shiny. Oh, that fixed it. Get right on your fingers. All right. So this, obviously, it was fun. I decided to do it off center on purpose and just have fun with it. And I love how it turned out. So yeah, if you would like to join us for this kind of fun, do so. In the description section, again, you'll find the links to the step outs. And then below that, you will find my link tree link. There, it has all of my links. That's that's what that's for. And if you have a lot of links that you'd like to share, I think they said it started kind of for something for Instagram where they only allow you one link in your like your bio or something. And it's just handy for email signatures and stuff. And so I'll give them a little plug because I'm just using the free version. And so I appreciate that companies like that will put out a nice free version, and they do it so that way they get more people. And so, take a look at that for your own purposes as well. But there you will find my social media links, my website. So in case you want to follow my blog, Facebook page, follow me there for when I post classes, Daily Tangle. That's what this is. Other things. And we also have a Facebook. It's on Facebook. It's a Tangle Addicts community group on Facebook. And if you'd like to join us there, click the link. There are 4 questions you have to answer in order to gain entry. And let's see, everything else is pretty, self-explanatory. Those are the things that I like to highlight. So yeah, so follow me for classes. Come and join. It's every Thursday, 11 a.m., 7 p.m. Eastern time. And if you follow me on it's Eventbrite and Facebook, if you follow me, then you don't have to, it'll show it in your time zone, so you don't have to calculate. Oh, but I do have them listed on my website as well. So all of that information is there. And so, yeah, fun tangle. All right. So with that, thank you so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.